really need to make sure that our muscles and our wrists are nice and stretched out before we begin. So you can do some nice fist rotations like Madeleine is doing. We're going to save this live for 24 hours, guys. We've got you, don't worry. And then get that movement going. And then we're going to go straight into some neck stretches. You can use your face gym ball if you're a lover of the face gym ball. I will show you the ones with the face gym ball. Madeleine, you can probably show without as well if you want to. Just for anyone that doesn't have it, don't worry. And I'm going to stretch down the neck. You can hold these stretches for 10 to 30 seconds.
Make sure you're breathing too, you guys. It moves all your lymph and your blood when you take nice deep breaths.
Someone just commented, which electrical face devices do you suggest? Oh, there is no other answer than the Face Gym Pro or the Pure Lift one. If you try lots of them, try the Face Gym Pro. It's great. Have a look on the Face Gym website. It's like 600 sit-ups for the face. So it'll really get your muscles lifted and working. Now we're going to do some head rotations. All the way around and back. Just to get that movement in our necks.
We get so tense here. It's so important just to open it up before we start.
Definitely. And then one of my personal favorites, I'm going to pop my chin now on my chest. And I'm just going to stretch my neck gently down until you feel that stretch down your neck and your back. And you can hold this again, at least 10 seconds for a stretch. And then we're going to do the same backwards. So you're going to just place your hands lightly on your collarbone and you're just going to stretch back. All your platysmal muscle here that we need to stretch out.
This really helps your posture as well with this one because we're always so hunched over. So we want to just open up the chest.
Absolutely. Love from Cyprus. Love this. Amazing. Okay, so once we've done that, we can move on to some ball stretches.
Perfect. So what I like to do, as Sophie just showed you with the ball, you can really rub it down the neck, down the back of the neck, and also again for those stretches, you can kind of rest it on your shoulder and chin just to give a little bit more stretch and cushion. Hold it for a few seconds. Make sure you're breathing. And then we can move to the other side. And if you don't have the ball for the face ones, you can just use the heel of your palm. It's totally fine. This I find is just a little more gentle on the skin. I like to give some rolls through the chest. It feels so good, especially if you just worked out. Oh my God, Bermuda, hello.
I was just reading that. Love from Bermuda. Amazing. If you don't have a ball, have a look on the website and you can grab one of these balls. Without the ball, you just can go like this, guys, with your hands. Don't stress. And swap. Okay.
And then for the face, I like to start with the masseter muscle. You're going to give a little bit of a roll out here.
Great for TMJ.
Amazing for TMJ. Press and scoop. Very gently. You don't want to scrunch the face too much here. If you don't have the ball, you guys, you can just use the heel of the palm and gently press up. You want to stretch this muscle without forming too many like crinkles up here. So you would just do like that.
Tennis ball's a little bit hard to use. You don't want to hurt yourself.
It's the feeling of this is so special. You'll know when you like feel it. So then after that, we're going to take it to the cheek, which is our zygomatic muscles, and you're going to push right here, right under like the pupil, and stretch to the side. You'll see a slight flare in the nostril if you're doing it correctly. If you don't have your ball, just give a little outward.
You can do this every day, guys. Please, as much as you can do this, consistency is key. It's like the gym, so remember that. We've got no oil on right now, so we're pre-oil application.
Dry skin so you're not slipping. I gave this to my dad as well to keep at his desk so that you can like rest your elbow on your desk and kind of just massage out throughout the day if you're feeling stressed, if you get tense from looking at your computer. It's amazing.
Nice.
So you're going to rub on the sides.
If you don't have a ball, don't worry, guys. This section you kind of need a ball, but we're going to move on to some hands in a minute, so don't worry.
And then I like to come up here, and we're going to just press and lift the brow up. And yes, you can clean the ball with hot soapy water and then just dry it after. If you want to spray with a little alcohol just to be safe, you can do that as well. For this one, again, heel of the palm. You want to just lift the brow up a little bit. And you can buy this on our website, facegym.com.
I'll try and move away from the comments so you can see.
No, it's
we
good.
need to see the comments. We're trying to. It's always good to answer your questions throughout, guys. We're going to the middle.
And push up. Yeah, right on this frontalis muscle. Even in between, I like to roll back and forth. You have so many beautiful pressure points in between the brows and here. And you can just push and scoop, or with the heel of the palm.
Vicky.
If anyone has fillers, it's affect the longevity. You just need to wait 4 weeks, say 4 weeks after any fillers, and then you can always do any of these massage movements. Just go with what you feel comfortable with as well.
Yeah, just want to make sure it's settled after those 4 weeks. That's all. Okay, so coming around to the other forehead, we're going to scoop and lift to the other side of the forehead. And then another few more seconds. Working our way back down, we can come to the cheek again, press and scoop.
We want some more variations without ball. Okay, you can use your hands.
So you can do whether the same hand or the separate hand, just like this. The reason we love the ball so much is because the material that it is, it's not stretching your skin, but it's giving that muscle a full stretch, whereas the hand, sometimes with these specific movements, it's not as gentle, but you just have to be careful, that's all. So I'm not pressing quite as much as I would with the ball. And then same here, you're gonna lift. Yes, it's still effective with Botox, just because you're getting that movement back, but you just, again, want to wait 2 weeks after you get Botox, 4 weeks after filler to do any sort of facial massage so that it doesn't move. And yes, hands, please. The rest of the masterclass will be hands only, so we're just showing you some options that you can do if you do have the tools. Okay.
How long do you do, day or week? This is completely up to you. You can benefit from a lovely long massage. A few times a week I tend to do quite a longer one, like 10 to 15 minutes if I've got time. And then sometimes, if you haven't got time, guys, you can just work in a few movements to your routine. Just remember, it's like a gym session. So the more that you do this more often, the better results you're going to get long term, and it's a prevention. Okay?
All right, cool. So that's our ball.
We look alike, apparently.
That's my sister.
Oh,
at heart. All right, so let's apply our oil now. You are going to want to use a beautiful facial oil. Like I said, I'm using the platinum one that you can find on our website just to give a little extra glow and protection for my day.
And you're really going to warm up on your hands.
Yeah, and do about like 2 to 3 pumps of this. You want enough glide that you're not pulling on the skin, but not too much that you can't really grab. So it's just like a good in between.
That gold serum's out of stock. That gold serum flies.
I know.
It's often out of stock, guys, so you really have to track it and watch it. I wouldn't use a cream. You need something that's going to give you that slip and that glide, and it's not going to tug on your skin at all, okay?
Argan
So
oil is
really
okay.
warming these up. Okay, so our training serums are friction activated here at Face Gym if you do want to use these. So it's really great to get them warm. We're going to be starting with some lovely lymphatic drainage. And Madalena, if you don't know this by now, Madalena Conti is the absolute queen of lymphatic drainage and gua sha techniques. So honestly, she will teach you a lot here.
Yeah,
So we're going to apply light pressure.
Light pressure, starting with our L drains. And you're going to come from the center out and down the neck. And when we get to the bottom, you're going to find this little dip in the clavicle here and just give a few circular movements. It's going to be saved on our story, you guys, for 24 hours. So I love to do some lymphatic drainage movements to start out because you want to really open up those channels before we do our massage. So the lymph is superficial, which is why we're doing a little bit of lighter pressure. So this is just going to help open the passageways so that your skin can detoxify much better, especially the neck. So if you have puffiness in the jaw, the eyes, it's always going to start with the neck.
You can use a natural oil, guys, whatever oil you've got to hand that you like for your skin. Absolutely, we're just applying the oil and doing light pressure for lymphatic drainage.
I would just avoid castor. It might be a little too clogging for your face.
Okay. So once we've done that, we're now going to work in with some deeper movements. We're now going to start making a change in the muscles. And we're going to start to really warm up these lovely muscles before we start manipulating and sculpting. So I'm going to use the flats of my knuckles here. And we're going to do like medium pressure. Make sure you're not hurting yourself. but we're going to start to knuckle upwards. We're obviously focusing on the cheeks today, so this is where I'm going to be warming up. And you really want to get some warmth in your skin. If you love vitamin E oil, absolutely. Have a look at the natural oils on our website, guys. Face Gym Training Serums, that's what I would absolutely recommend to look at. There's a few to choose from for your skin. And we're just going to do some knuckling motions until you feel some nice warmth. My skin tends to go nice flushed red, which is lovely. That's that blood stimulation. That's what you want to see, because we want to start to feed our skin. And this will be safe for 24 hours. Do not worry.
Yeah, you're
So
going to
we're
get a
also
little
really
bit
working in that ingredients into the skin. So when you apply your oils or your serums, etc., in the morning or evening, you should really want to try to knuckle them in to really help that product absorption as well. Okay. I'm lovely and warm.
Now that we're nice and warm, once you're feeling that skin nice and warm, we can move into some quicker movements to kind of get the penetration going a little bit deeper and speed up the movements. So the first I like to do that you guys might have seen is called whipping. So with your opposite hand, I like to start on the right side. You're going to take 2 fingers and support the skin. You're not just resting on the skin, you really are supporting. So if you have more mature skin that's maybe a little bit sagging a little bit, you want to make sure that this hand is here to support so that when we're doing the quicker movements, you're not stretching the skin at all. So with this, you're going to take the other 2 fingers and just flick up. And you can move the 2 supporting fingers to, wherever you are if you feel like your skin's moving too much.
So it's there for support. That's why our hand is placed there. So this is really going to help these fast-paced movements to really feed and stimulate that collagen elastin production. So collagen elastin is responsible for lifting, plumping, and tightening our skin. It's fantastic that we're doing this from the inside out now. So you'll notice after these fast-paced movements that you'll actually begin to depuff, you'll contour, and you'll actually lift and tighten the skin as well. So again, you're getting 2 benefits for doing these movements. We're going to help with muscle tone, but we're also stimulating wonderful collagen and elastin.
Absolutely. And I like to even come here to kind of iron out the nasolabial folds. Sorry.
About 10 to 30 seconds, and you will definitely feel this in your arms. But this was the most requested masterclass that we did, these cheeks. So that's why we're kind of doing it today, a bit more in-depth for you. You've got more knowledge, more education that we can work for. About 10 to 30 seconds for these movements. And you'll really feel that warmth building in your cheek, in the muscles and the skin. An alternative for this one that you can do, you can actually do a picking. So your middle finger and your thumb. Again, keep your hand, and you're going to pick and lift up the muscle, okay? We're going to mention the Face Gym Pro actually shortly, so stay tuned. We will talk about it and show you some little tips on enhancing and sculpting in this area as well. Do these workouts help prevent acne? They actually really do help to drain and clear away congestion, because I actually suffer with it. Be careful that you're not, it's not too active or sore that you don't want to hurt your skin at the moment. Let it calm down before you try any massage movements.
Yeah, nothing too open, but again, when you're moving the blood and lymph, that's going to help to clear the stagnant toxins that are in the face, which will result in clearer skin.
Been doing this move for 6 weeks now. I've seen a huge difference.
Yay!
There you go. Love that feedback.
It.
That's amazing.
So good. For pores are hereditary, the size, but what we can do is help the appearance of them. So as long as you're cleansing really well and thoroughly, and again, removing the toxins from the face with massage, it should really help the appearance of them.
Absolutely. Okay, so when you've done this for a nice 10 to 30 seconds, have a little look in the mirror. You can really see already. Anyone notice here on my cheekbone? You can actually already see that it's lifting a little bit tighter as well. So these moves work, honestly. So now we're going to move on to now we're nice and warm for some more sculpting movements. We're going to do some finger hooks under our cheeks. So you're going to make a little hook with your finger. Someone keeps asking, do you sell your custom oil blend, Madalena?
I think she's talking about when we did Make It Bar, because I had it on my Instagram. Hi, Beauty. How are you? We don't. I think, are we still doing customs in studio?
I'm not sure that we are at the moment, but
No.
stay tuned. Stay
Yeah.
tuned, we might do. So, because all the studios are closed right now, it's a little bit of a tough one, but
Yeah.
bear with. We're just using one finger here. I can see a comment, did you just use one finger or two? We just use one here and one to place. Now we're using just one finger hook, and we're sculpting underneath this zygomatic, okay? So if you do feel any tension underneath it, I'd love you to just slow down and really work out. So for anyone that was asking about TMJ in this area, you can definitely slow this down and really help to ease out this tension. I'm using medium pressure here.
What's beautiful about this movement in particular is that it can target more than one area. So if you're coming down, you're going to smooth the nasolabial folds. You're going to get all this tension in the masseter and in between here in the buccal muscle. And you're also plumping up the cheek. This is a great one. And I saw a comment earlier, can you just do these movements? Yeah, you can. It is better to warm up the muscles, though, just like when you exercise your body, just so that you're not putting any strain.
Yeah, I would definitely really work on warming it up first so you can really get in there and start doing some muscle manipulation. Remember, it's just like the gym. And yes, we're going to do some moves with the gouache stone at the end. Don't worry, Madalena is here for that. Okay, so once we're done, remember it's repetition is key. So I'm doing up to 10 repetitions with each movement because you're going to get the best result. Remember, you don't get abs from one session in the gym. That's all I'll say with repetition. And now we're going to move to a different move in our opposite hand over our head. And we're just going to do like a caterpillar motion and start lifting underneath this cheek. This is really like a gliding motion, like you're sliding and lifting up to enhance that lift even more of these muscles. It's one of my faves, actually.
Great for jowls to get over in the corner of the lip. You have connective tissue here that connects 3 muscles, so you want to make sure you're ironing that out as well.
Yes, definitely.
You can do both sides for certain movements, but we just like to show the half and half so you can really see the difference.
Yeah, always do that. This is going to be safe for 24 hours. Do not worry. Anyone that's asking for that, of course, you'll be able to revisit this tomorrow. And again, we're doing this for at least 10 seconds. Amazing. And I even sometimes like to, after this, go back in with a couple more of these hooks, just to really help to solidify. Yeah.
The hooks
Fantastic.
are my favorite. They like work for everything immediately.
And you can even do this one under the eye to really lift up as well. Just for that orbicularis oculi muscle here. You can do this every day, guys, absolutely. And you'll see benefits.
Thank you so much. I'm sure you guys are looking fab. Send us your pictures when you're done.
Oh, my 3-year-old just looked at this class and said, well, Mommy, I really love that, want that treatment. Love that.
That's so
amazing.
cute.
Okay, so please, guys, take a midway point. Have a look at our faces. I can definitely see it in myself.
Yeah,
Along here.
for sure.
Sometimes I can even
Even the
do a bit
jaw.
of a pinch, and I can just see that I'm way more depuffed, sculpted.
I feel it
Like
so
a personal
much.
trainer for the face without the shouting. These comments are fab. Love these comments. Okay, so now we're going to repeat everything on the other side.
Same thing. Gonna start by warming up a little bit more. Just
So remember, support, 2 fingers, and you're lifting. Start slow, ease yourself in. Will this work for saggy faces? Oh, absolutely, guys. This is a prevention. So the sooner you start with this, the better. And remember, it's like working from the inside out. So if you're worried about your skin at all, just keep your other hand here for support.
Yeah.
But absolutely, it's for all ages.
As long as you're supporting the skin well, you should have no problems.
Mm.
Oh, I'm glad you guys are enjoying.
Please do a session on jawline, double chin, and neck. Oh, another one. Okay, we would absolutely look into this feedback, of course, but what we can say is a PT. So go onto Face Gym Instagram and you'll have a look at those PT sessions. If you really want to target one area, I really stress that that's what you want to book. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love these.
I know.
My arms hurt. I know. Rest them on a
Me too,
surface.
girl.
That's the tip I can give you because we feel it too when we do these regularly. But your arms do get used to it. It's like an arm workout.
You build that
And then
muscle
we're going to
memory in
switch
your arms.
to some picking as well. It does help TMJ. I suffer with DMD as well. So because I grind my teeth at night and I clench my jaw, and it can get really bad, guys. So really releasing this tension and really helping to work out that area really does help release that issue for TMJ as well. Sculpt your face and wave goodbye to bingo ears. Great comment. I love this. Okay. And now we're going to go into our lovely trusty finger hooks. So we're going to pop this again next to the nose and the sinuses, and you're just going to slide and sculpt upwards. Really helps with morning puffiness. So true.
Hey, Ashley. Yes, that's a great idea, is with Mother's Day coming up, to book a PT session for your mom. She will love it. It's such a treat.
And you can actually do group bookings, guys. So if you've got some friends or your work colleagues and you miss them and you really just want to do some fun things together, do a group session. You can have up to 6 of you, which is so fun. And we'll save this for 24 hours, anyone asking, don't worry.
Yes. So again, this is the best multi-purpose movement. You always want to end a little higher than you started, just to, you're carving your face here. You're an artist. You can really sculpt where you want to. And also, a lot of people have different tension on each side of the face. Like for me, it's the right. So I'll focus a little more on the right side versus the left.
Absolutely. And then back in with that lovely caterpillar motion. And you can just use, I'm using medium pressure. You don't want to go too firm, but you don't want to be too light. Remember, we're working a bit deeper. We're working on those muscles today. It will be great for sinus problems. Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
So good. And again, you can do the one under the eye too with the hooks, and then just keep going back and forth. And it's amazing.
How are we doing, everyone at home? Are we all following along? I was going to say this side hurts more. Yeah, you can find that you hold more tension in one area, as Madalena was saying. And not until you do facial massage that you tend to notice, really. Can change your whole face shape.
It really does, I think, and I don't know about you too, but I've gotten to the point where a client comes in and I can literally tell where they're holding tension just by looking at them. So you guys will become so in tune with your body and your face, and you'll know your areas.
Okay, and we can do under the eye again. The focus.
I know, I'm like, yeah.
I'm so glad that you love these. You can use any oil that you like to use, of course. We're just, I'm quite picky with the oil of choice because I get, I'm prone to congestion. So I like to use one from Face Gym called Clear Skin. So if you're suffering with congestion, I really recommend Clear Skin because it's super lightweight, okay?
If you have, awesome. I saw someone acne with broken skin. If your skin is broken and open and like pustules, I would wait until it calms down a little bit. If you just have a few little bumps, that's fine. But if it's open, you don't want to spread the bacteria and aggravate it a little bit more. So I would just focus on the neck if you have open things on your face.
Absolutely. Okay, and then we're going to do some more movements from the front.
Yes, so now we're going to go in with some knuckle rocks. We're going to use the flats of the knuckles again, not the curved part. And you're going to start from just under the jaw. You're stopping kind of in the hollows of the cheeks, like a medium pressure, and rocking back and forth. So again, going back to that tension, why this is so important to release. One, it can change your face shape. Everything is interconnected. So if you have muscle tension in your face, that's going to cause a blockage in your lymphatic system, which can actually make your face seem like it's falling and dragging a little bit more. So it's important to work out that muscle tension and then go in to drain the fluid, and it's going to be like a facelift.
So I saw a comment, what's the difference between the Signature and the brightening oil? The Signature is really great for hydration. If you're someone with drier skin, maybe, you can send a bit more with anti-aging. The Signature is great. It's full of green coffee beans, so it's really, really stimulating, and it's so hydrating. The brightening is also hydrating, but it's more going to give you an illumination and a glow because of that avocado in there. Superfood smoothie for the skin. So it really just depends kind of what you're looking for from your training serum.
Yeah, absolutely.
But someone said also, do you have to use an oil for this? We really do recommend, because if you don't use a nice oil for a glide, you'll be tugging at your skin, which is not what we want to do here. Keep your skin nice and comfortable, okay?
Right. That's the biggest misconception we get. Like, aren't you pulling the skin or damaging connective tissue? You'll only damage your connective tissue if you're not doing the movement correctly, placing your hands correctly, and if you're not having enough glide for your skin. So when you're doing it, you know, you want to have that glide, want to make sure you're doing it correctly, which is why we're taking the time to talk you through it so that you aren't damaging your skin.
Can I do with broken cheek capillaries? You can be very mindful. Again, make sure you're using enough oil, like Madalena is saying, and not too much pressure. You just don't want to cause too much dragging and uncomfortability on the skin. Make sure, again, that you've got that enough oil for slip and glide, okay? This is a game changer for facial tension, this one. Again, like I said, I suffer with, you know, that really tense jaw. So if you slide up here and you can just hold it on this masseter muscle, to really help release that tension, it's just a game changer for that. This is absolutely home safe. So just go, try a few techniques, work it into your routine, start light, and then start to really work this in every day if you can do, absolutely. We do ship worldwide as well, and this is great for smile lines, yes. Hi from London. I wish our studios were open right now. Soon, hopefully.
No, fingers crossed. I'm like, I miss everyone. I miss my Sim fam.
Everyone.
We miss you guys.
This will be saved for 24 hours, don't worry. Okay, so now we are going to also continue on to our masterclass. We're going to use our lovely gold roller.
Woo-hoo.
So for anyone that wants to know all about the gold roller, the amount of questions we get for this are insane. This has got little micro pressure points, so it's non-invasive. Okay, we're all about non-invasive. Yeah. So it's literally going to help stimulate the collagen and elastin. So what that means is it's going to make our skin tighter, brighter, firmer for more long term. So once you've got lovely serums or oil on the skin, this is going to be great to penetrate it in deeper, okay? So we're going to start with like light to medium pressure, I would say. And we're just going to roll up and down and back and forth. Any areas, I heard some of you said about frown lines, some of you said nasal labial fold. This tool is fantastic.
Use like
and you can feel the warmth in your face. You can really feel that hum in that skin. It's amazing. That's exactly what you want, guys. It's like a workout.
I saw someone ask, what products would you recommend for a client on Retin-A or tretinoin? Since those can be a little bit, you know, active, I would recommend the Royal Fern line because it's so anti-inflammatory. It's going to calm that skin down if it's stressed. Specifically, the hydrofirming intense mask is my favorite of all time. It's like a staple. If you know me, you know that I talk about it nonstop. So if you're on Retin-A or something intense, look into Royal Fern.
The Royal Fern's my favourite, absolutely hands down. Someone said, can I use my needling roller? Whoever you've got the needle roller from, I would go to them for advice for that. We're using a non-invasive one. Of course, the needling ones, you're going to get even deeper results. But just be mindful and just go with the instruction of where you've got that from your dermatologist, etc. Okay, but we're using a non-invasive roller just to bring that blood to the surface.
In general, if the roller has actual needles, you want to do it on dry skin. So after you wash and tone your face. But again, go to the actual manufacturer just to make sure their steps.
We will absolutely save this for you for 24 hours. I'm very conscious of my dark circles under my eyes because you can use the roller there. Yes, you can.
Yes.
I'm conscious of dark circles. People always used to say to me that I didn't look like I've had any sleep, and I get like 8 hours a night. So that is my genetics right there for you. So you can absolutely roll it under the eye to really create that wide, bright eye effect. It's going to stimulate that blood flow, which is exactly what you want in the morning. This is like your best friend. You can carry it around with you everywhere and roll it on, you know, once, twice a day, just for a couple of minutes, and it's going to make that absolute difference. Okay, if you don't have this roller, have a look at using it. You can just use your hands as we just did for the massage as well, so don't worry. Okay, we're going to just talk through some of the movements of the Face Gym Pro and a Pure Lift as well, just to help enhance. I'm not going to use this today. We haven't got the oil, the gel on, but what we're going to do is I'm going to show you some lifting movements as well for this. So anyone that has this and uses it at home, to really enhance that lift of the cheek, you really need just to lift up and sculpt all the way along. I like to come up so like this, and then you can come over and up on the cheekbone.
How do you disinfect the roller? So with the roller, you want to wash it with hot soapy water. Biggest thing is make sure you're drying it right away so that it doesn't get weird. Like to keep it fresh, you want to make sure it's dried right away, and you can even spray it with some alcohol to give a little more sanitizing. And that's perfect. So of course, if you don't have the conducting gel on, we're just showing you some movements you can do if you do have it.
Absolutely. And we get loads of questions about this one. What's the best tool that I can use to really lift and sculpt my face? Yes, our hands are a genius tool, which we're showing you every week. But if you really want that thing that's going to work even stronger, guys, this is the only one tool I'm going to recommend hands down. I would do the Face Gym Pro now. You know, there's no order that you really need to do it in. But I would absolutely do a Face Gym Pro after I've done my lovely massage, because my muscles are all nice and supple and ready to be lifted even more.
I like it after massage. It's the best.
Yeah.
Because you're smoothing and releasing that muscle tension and then lifting and firming with this right after. It's like a facelift.
Yeah. So what should you apply before using this tool? You need to apply your lovely Face Gym Collagen Serum. Okay?
It comes with it when you buy it.
Absolutely. And it's going to contract that electrical current for you. It's going to deep down to the muscle to really help lift and sculpt. It's like 600 sit-ups for the face that we like to say. And you will see your muscles twitch, literally, while you're using it. It's a game changer, and you just recharge them. We will do some swipe up links for you. You can use it all over the face as well. If you've got fillers, wait for 4 weeks, and Botox 2 weeks. This is a Face Gym Pro if you're just tuning in as well.
And it's good for men, women, everyone. Facial massage is not, just for women. So whatever you want, you like anyone. It's amazing.
I use conductive gel, but I don't see much movement. Make sure you're using a thick layer of the conductive gel and
like a lot.
More hair that's not a barrier. Okay, so you need to be on like bare skin. Really lather it in. Don't rub it in. You just want a nice lather area with the gel, and then it will really work. Okay.
Don't use while pregnant, you guys. You can do massage after your first trimester, but there's certain pressure points and muscle contractions in your neck and face that can actually induce labor or miscarriage. So you want to wait until after you give birth to use the Pure Lift or Face Gym Pro.
Oh, I don't know about you, but the difference?
I know, I feel good. I'm like so happy.
You can really see a difference. Like facial massage works. Like it really does, guys. Okay, so then we're going to use our lovely gua sha tool. I know we've had some lovely questions about this as well. I'm going to throw it straight over to Madalena because she, like I said, is the queen for this.
Okay, so I always love to finish with my gua sha because, when we're increasing our circulation, we're detoxifying. So we want to get rid of any toxins that may have been brought to the surface during the workout. So the biggest thing to do is start with the neck. You're going to start right under the ear with the curved part. And you're going to come straight down. And this is a light pressure. And you want it to be almost flat to the skin, 15 degrees. You don't want it to be 90 degrees like this.
And yep, you can buy all these on our websites. We're going to do some swipe up links after.
I would do at least 3 to 5 strokes per area, more on the neck. So I always think about, she's going to show you if you don't have the gua sha for now. The hands is not going to be as big of a difference as the stone. This is like made for your face. But you can do it for now. And the biggest thing, I think of your lymphatic system and your face as a plant. So your face is the flower, your neck and chest is the soil and the roots. So if your neck is backed up, if your stem and your roots are backed up, then the face isn't going to function properly. Your flower is not going to thrive. So it's important to, yes, I love it. So it's important to open your neck because then, if you have circles under your eyes or anything, it's not going to drain unless your neck is open. So it's better.
Is there a reason that you drag down? I always thought it was up and out.
So yes, you can do up and out for certain things, but since we're targeting the lymphatic system directly here, the lymphatic system moves towards the heart. So that's why we're going down here, and it's a very, very light pressure, so you're not going to be pulling the skin. You can use a wooden gua sha, whatever you like. So now moving up to the cheeks, we're going to start flat, kind of in this line here. And now you're going to drain to the ear, and I like to give a little wiggle towards the end. So a little bit of a wiggle. You want to do nice and slow. I have bags. What can I do to reduce them? So focus a lot on your neck with gua sha, and I'll show you some eye movements. But the neck is the most important part. And a lot of clients are like, oh, I don't have time to do a whole gua sha sequence every day. So even if you don't have time, just do the neck. And I promise you, your face will look a lot better, even if you have bags under the eyes. So then we're going to move to the eyes now. I like to take this corner part here. You're going to support the skin. Again, very, very light pressure. And you're going to scoop out and up. So we're draining to the lymph nodes in the temples and ears here. And you can see almost flat to the skin. Almost flat to the skin.
You ladies look fabulous. Love
Thank you
this.
so much. How many times a week? If you can do it every single day, you guys, the more the better for the lymphatic system. Your lymphatic system doesn't have its own pump like your blood has its heart to move it. So we need to move it. That's why we exercise. That's why we do this every day. And then we're going to move to the forehead. So it's going to be the same thing. This is not a full sequence. This is just a good, fixing.
You can use the jade roller. We prefer these because you really can contour the face a little bit more, these jade stones.
Yeah. If you're gonna use the roller, try not to go back and forth with it. Just try to go in and out. The reason why the stone is so much better is because it's trapping that lymph underneath the skin. So now we're gonna take everything that we drained to the ear and just come back down the neck very lightly. You can do it twice a day. Just make sure if you're doing it at night, you're drinking lots and lots of water so that you can detoxify. More water, the better when you're doing gua sha and facial workout in general.
And remind us, Madalena, what pressure are we using for this?
Very, very light pressure. Your lymphatic system sits between the skin and the muscle in your face here, so we don't want to press too hard and bypass it. So one more. And then let's do the other side. I know, it's like some things you don't think about. The lymphatic system's so important. Majority of conditions that you'll see in the skin are either the lymph, liver, or kidneys. So it's really important to get that moving.
I told you she was the queen of gua sha, everyone.
It's just so fascinating to me, and it makes sense. I love things that just make sense, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's like when you go see a lake or something. If that water's stagnant and not moving, it's not healthy. You're not going to want to drink it. It's the same for the fluid in your face.
Love this.
So we're going to move here. Same with our cheek. If you get puffy underneath the jaw, you can take your stone flat here and come under. We have a movement with our palm that you can do here.
I've been doing these face massages twice a day for a month and already see a difference. Love
Oh my
that.
God, I
Thank
love.
you
Good
so
for
much.
you. That's amazing. Difference in colors, you mean for the Pure Lift?
No, the jade stone.
Oh, the jade stone. So if you get a good jade stone, no two are going to be the same. It is important. This is one of those things where it's super important the quality that you get, because if you find a jade stone from Amazon or something, you don't know where they're sourcing that material, and it could actually be very irritating to the skin. So these Heiyu ones that we sell, you can get them on our website. It's pure jade. So since it's naturally occurring in the earth, there's not going to be two that are alike.
And then someone did actually ask as well, there was two questions. What's the difference in the colours of these? So this is a Face Gym Pro, and there's no difference in the colour, but the larger one it has a longer battery life than the one that Madalena has in her hand in the US. It's a Pure Lift, and it's much cuter for travel. So if you're travelling around a lot, that's better. It has a lower battery life, but the strength is exactly the same, guys.
Yeah, it's going to give you the same results. Just different standards in the US versus UK, but in the US, we use the big Face Gym Pro in studio. Can I use ice after? Yeah, I would wrap it in a paper towel or something so it's not too much. But if you have a gua sha stone, you can keep it in the fridge, which is what I do because I have rosacea.
My favourite, especially in the morning under the eye.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that is a dream when it's come out of the fridge.
Okay, so that's kind of my mini gua sha sequence.
Love it. Learn so much, I'm telling you.
And it's good because, we are working deep with the muscles and then a little more superficial with the lymph. So that's going to just further emphasize the contours of your face and the results. So I love finishing with that. It's super important.
What do you prefer, jade stone or rose quartz, Madalena?
So they're both beautiful. I've used both. If you have more sensitive skin, the properties of rose quartz are going to be a little bit better for you. It's just like healing crystals that you would have in your house. So each stone has a different properties that are beneficial to the skin, which is why I recommend getting a good brand that you know is ethically sourced, because you don't want to put random materials on your face. So sensitive skin, if you rose quartz, jade, you can still use with sensitive skin. I'm sensitive and it's fine. So it's just your preference, what you gravitate towards.
Great. We will save this, of course, for 24 hours, guys. Do not worry. We know you might not be able to join us right now. So we're doing live Q&A all the way through this live today, but we're really going to use this time right now to answer any more questions that you guys have. So please ask away.
How do you clean the gua sha stone? It's going to be the same for all of our tools, the ball, the roller, and the gua sha. Hot soapy water. Make sure you're drying it afterwards, and then if you spray with a little bit of alcohol if you want to give a little more disinfection, that's perfect.
Love these questions. What was I going to say? So a few of you are asking as well, a few of them emailed and messaged, what's our favourite product? So Madeleine and I have a couple of favourite products that we like to use post-massage or in the morning, etc. My absolute go-to serum is this bad boy. Can you see it? It's the Pestle and Mortar Hyaluronic Serum. It's so dreamy. It's kind of like a makeup primer. I use it in the morning in conjunction with my gold roller to help deepen that penetration. We already have hyaluronic in our skin, guys, so we need to top it up with that hydration, right? So it's like water for our skin. I'm really, like I said, paranoid about what I put on my skin, so it needs to be lightweight, not to break me out. And that Pestle and Mortar Hyaluronic is my dream combo for anyone that was asking. And Madeleine, what's yours?
My favorite product of all time is the Phytoactive Hydrofirm mask from Royal Fern. This is amazing if you want to firm, if you need to detox, if you need extra hydration. When my rosacea is flaring up, I pop this on. I even use it as a night cream or a sleeping mask, because you can layer it on thick and leave it on for like 20 minutes, or you can use it just as a moisturizer and sleep in it. And it's one of those products where even after the first time of using it, you see the difference and your skin's just calm, firm, and just like radiant. I'm like obsessed.
Thoughts on squalene? We like squalene. We have a lot of squalene in some of our fixturing products. It's a really, really hydrating ingredient. Love that ingredient. Anything for nasolabial folds? We're going to give you some little tips, some little movements now, guys. Right now, you're lucky. We're going to show you a couple of movements here. So one that you can do on your index finger. It can really help to flick and lift out. Remember, repetitions. Up to 10 of these. We did show you some finger hooks that you can really work in for the nasolabial folds. But this one's also really, really lovely. And I'm trying to read.
I saw one comment about hyaluronic acid. So hyaluronic acid will dry you out if you're not topping it with the moisturizer. So what's going to happen is if you're not locking in that moisture, it can tend to evaporate, which will suck the moisture from your skin. So if you are using a hyaluronic acid, just make sure you're locking it in with a moisturizer or an oil, and you'll be fine. It will help the moisture.
Someone's asked me a question. Please tell me which something you're using right now. I think it's which oil, which serum. I'm using the Clear Skin Training Serum from Face Gym. That's my favourite. Techniques for double chin, guys. Book that PT session. You will not regret it. Is the eye booster good for crow's feet? Yes. The eye booster from Dr. Levy, I think, are we talking about right now? This is an eye booster that I would definitely recommend for any crow's feet. Sophie, which London branch do you work at? I am all over London. All over. Can you see any more questions that you want to answer? I'm like trying to scroll through.
How do you incorporate into your overall skincare routine? So it's super easy to work this in. What I like to do is, even if you're like pressed for time, work in some massage while you're cleansing. You don't have to always use an oil as long as you're getting that slip. Or you can, do your massage and gua sha, mix a little oil in with your moisturizer, or just use your oil, do your massage, gua sha, and you're good to go. So you can really work it in.
How do you work in facial massage? Like Madeleine said, just clean your face and do some facial massage and then pop your products on after. You can make this your own routine and target wherever you need to work. My favourite moisturiser is Royal Fern, hands down, and Pestle and Mortar Serum. Where are we at? Love you both. Thank you, guys. You've been so sweet today.
What are
cleanse first? Yes, we've got clean skin right now, guys.
Yes.
Clean skin.
Cleanse and tone your skin, and then apply your oil to do your massage.
Absolutely. Okay.
All right.
Well, it's been fantastic, as always.
Yes.
It's nice to see your face, Madeleine.
I know. It's so good to see you. I feel like we're always working together, and I don't get to see your face as much, but
I know.
I'm so happy. This was so fun. Well, I hope this was a lot more informative for you guys. Like I said, sometimes it's hard when we're like showing the movement and doing it to really get to all of your questions. So I feel like this was a lot more helpful. Hopefully.
Definitely.
Let us know.
Thanks so much, guys. Remember, stay safe, and we hope to see you all very soon.
Yeah.
But stay tuned on Facebook and Instagram for regular updates on masterclasses. Remember, the toolkits came live today, so some of you don't know how to join in along because you don't have kits to work out with us. Have a look at those before they sell out, and we will do some amazing swipe ups for all your questions on all these products and tools.
Yes.
So we've got you covered.
And send us your pictures and videos from today's class, because one of you is going to win that PT session. So don't forget to do that. I can't wait to see them all.
Tag us, tag Face Gym, because otherwise we won't see them.
Yes.
What's the Ryofen product called? Phytoactive Cleansing Balm?
The Hydrofirm Intense Mask is the one I was talking about. But they have a beautiful cleansing balm, beautiful serum, beautiful eye cream. The whole line is just gorgeous. It's my favorite.
It really is. I use the night cream. Okay, guys, we're going to talk forever if we don't leave.
I know. You guys get us going. Okay. But I hope this was helpful. I hope everybody stays safe. You guys were so sweet. Thank you for all of your amazing comments. And we love you. We'll see you soon.